one. Well, looks like you only got 2 fish in that bucket there, bud.
There's 3 in this bucket, you bonehead. I only keep what I'm gonna eat.
Oh yeah, like that 40-pound muskie you're always yapping about. It's a shame nobody ever sees you with these monsters.
This'll fix this bastard. Go to work, baby.
What's going on, folks at home? John Newman here with Bass Kickers Outdoors, and judging by that funny intro and the name of this video, I guarantee you know what I'm talking about today, and that is the most legendary piece of beat-up firewood you will ever fish with, and that is Max Goldman's legendary Green Hornet. The Green Hornet, baby. There she is. Let's give you a good look at her. Alright, and then there's the rod tip. Who's got your belly? Just kidding. Alright, so we're going to talk about how this rod fishes, how I acquired it, and where you can get your own. Now let's talk about how she fishes. Honestly, it's got a medium action rod blank on it, and for the filler I got on here, my backing, I have 6-pound mono, and then for my actual line, I have 50 yards of 4-pound monofilament. Because honestly, guys, you gotta use these in a rod like this. You gotta use it in shallow water. You cannot use this in like 20, 30 feet of freaking water, because there's no reel. You are basically the reel. And let's show you how this bad boy fishes. Now, take a look at the tip action on this. I mean, honestly, it's pretty soft. It's a stout medium action for an ice rod, but it's also got some play. Good backbone. Like, this thing's got some freaking ass to it. But it's got a nice soft tip too, so you can really do some pretty decent jigging on here with this bad boy. But I'm going to show you how I fish it. I fish this kind of goofy because it's bigger than the movie style of this, so keep that in mind. So what I'll do is I'll take and I will cuff it right here with my finger, right around the neck. And I actually hold it like a rifle. Not like a rifle per se, but I have it like pinned against my shoulder like a rifle. And I'll take the line, and I'm sitting here in my chair, and just watching my freaking sonar. And this thing's actually, you can feel the sensitivity. Even though this is like a pretty decent sized base for your rod, it's got some sensitivity to it. And obviously, here, let me see if I can hook my crock. Come on, goddammit. Give you a little representation. Oh, so close. Oh, I didn't hook my crock, but I'll just hook it myself. There we go. Just see the rod bend. There you go. And just set the hook. Oh, shit, I got a monster. I got me a camo crock. Alright, let me get that out of there. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the shenanigans. But this rod's sick, though. It really is. It's got a lot of sensitivity and backbone for it being, you know, a very, like, I guess you could say, primitive fishing rod. But let me tell you the story of how I got it. I was sitting with my grandfather at the house. We were watching Grumpy Old Men, obviously. He lived in Florida, and he's no longer with us, God rest his soul. And after we got done watching the movie, I was flicking through eBay, and I actually happened to find one similar to this. And I was like, dude, that's sweet. And I'm like, hey, Gramps, check this out. Like, they actually have real Green Hornet fishing rods. And he's like, really? Let me see. Oh, I can make that. That's simple. Look at that. Oh, can you get that picture for me? I'll make you one. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. So I screenshot it. I went over to the computer, put it on my computer, emailed it to myself, printed it out, and I gave it to him. He's like, well, I'll see what I can do. And this is what I got. Very sentimental to me. Like, I've fished it only a couple of times. I don't want anything to happen to it for obvious reasons. The man that made it for me is no longer with us, so I want to try to hold on to this for as long as I possibly can. But I always take it out at least once every year in the beginning of the season. Where can you get your own, you're probably wondering. Well, there's a couple places. Obviously, eBay. I've seen them on eBay. They've ranged anywhere from $25 to $30, and most of the ones I've seen on eBay are custom made by people. There's another place you can get it, the actual real Slippery's Tavern from the movie. It's not the actual one from the movie, but there's a family restaurant and bar that's named Slippers. I believe it's actually in Wabasha. If I'm wrong, correct me, for those of you from Minnesota that are watching this. They have a website. You can get all the t-shirts, hats, and stuff from the movie, and they have the rods on there. Now, initially, the rods that they had on there, people were messing them up because they weren't meant to be fished with. They were just meant for display purposes. But now they actually have rods on there you can actually legitimately fish with. I think they're like 30 or 40 bucks, so I'm not 100%, but you're getting it from, obviously, like, a licensed source. So it's supposed to be movie, like, accurate. This one isn't really movie accurate, but I don't give a crap. It's definitely a head turner when you go out on the ice, and people see it, and they're like, dude, is that what I think it is? And I'll be like, yes, it is! Pulling perch and freaking crappies up with this bad boy all day. But it's a pretty basic rod. I'm not sure what the rod blank is. I believe he told me he just basically took a Shakespeare rod. He got a medium action Shakespeare rod, and he just cut it up and put it on there. He just bought a cheaper rod, and then he just got the mold for this. He made the mold himself. Well, I want to make some of my own because I got some broken rods I want to turn into some green Hornets and have myself a fleet of them. So I'm going to use this as a mold so I can make my own. I want to make them a little smaller though. I want to make them smaller and more movie accurate, but that way I can just put this one on the wall and just have the memories that I have from him making this and the memories from himself. But that's all I got for you guys today. Pretty simple. Just wanted to make a goofy, fun video of stuff that's out of the ordinary, and definitely this is more than out of the ordinary. You don't see too many people out on the ice with something like this. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, check out my further content that I've made in the past. New stuff to come. Trout season's coming. So, as I always say, guys, no matter what you're doing, make sure you keep those lines tight.